And
if you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction, and it will become reality. I knew he would overextend, and I knew I'd catch him. So Mystic Mac strikes again.
I seem to be I can be a product of my environment. You know what I mean? If I'm in with the wrong crowd, I just kind of become wherever. You know what I mean? So that's why I like to be isolated, and that's why this has helped me coming out here and being locked in an apartment on my own, building back up my leg, going from rehab to home, because there was no outsiders. It was isolation, it was visualization, it was motivation, and it was dedication. There was nothing else going on in my life, you know what I mean? It needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game, or that aren't on the same path, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense.
The law of attraction.
My name is Conor McGregor and I live in Lucha. I'm an up-and-coming fighter and...
Conor, you've been dreaming about this moment, you've been talking about this moment. Honestly though, does it feel the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it does. It feels beautiful. I dreamt this so much, so clearly, so precisely, and so frequently that it has manifested itself into reality. And that's what I am feeling right now. It's a dream come true.
Conor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it, you called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something to
When I was
everything.
growing up, there's two things that were really important. Could you play football? How good you were at playing football, and how good you were at fighting. You know, they were the two things where I grew up that were important. And I never really, I suppose, fighting was never in my head. It was more, I wanted to play football, and that was what I was set on. And then maybe as I grew up and started going outside my little estate and all, things start happening, maybe conflicts start happening. And I mean, I had to kind of think to myself, right, I need to be able to defend myself now as well. So I suppose I probably started off getting into it just so people would leave me alone. People wouldn't say anything, you know, just say, oh, that guy does this, and we leave him alone, you know. It's more like an obsession now. Everything I do is something to do with this, you know. Everything it's always in my head. I'm always thinking about it. I'm definitely obsessed with it.
I had to envision it, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. So not only did I envision it so much, so clearly and so precisely in my head, that I'm here now. So I envision it.
Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life. Even before I had any kind of money or any of that, I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful. And
I don't feel no doubt, or I don't feel that going and fighting any of these other UFC bums right now. They need to rise up. Right now they're down there. I've got this situation where people are truly doubting me, like they doubted me at the very, very beginning. And that's motivating for me. That's what's going to drive me to the gym when I need to go to the gym and to put in that work to get that win. So that's where we're at right now.
I'm always trying to learn. No matter what, I don't care what your style is or whatever. I'm always trying to take something from everyone, whether you're a day one beginner or whatever you are. You know what I mean? I think like the day you stop trying to learn is the day you're getting ready to lose. You know what I mean? You're preparing to lose then, and that's what happens to a lot of people. They get to a stage where they think, okay, I just show up and I just spar and I just run and I just roll. But I'm not trying to learn, you know what I mean? That was a thing I kind of realised over in Iceland, you know, rather than just showing up and going, help a letter, I was kind of just slowing it down and just really trying to learn everything and pick up off everything. And I feel my game has elevated, definitely.
Have that.
Just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I was basically just using the imagination, driving a little my girlfriend's car, a Peugeot 206, and I was driving that, shaking down the road, and I visualised that, and I swear to God, sitting in the traffic and all, I visualised. I'm sitting here holding the steering wheel, visualising a brand new car, and visualising good things in times of struggle, and that when you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more. You know what I mean? Because that is harder to do when you're in the struggle to visualize these things.
Once you're in,
Yeah, just be open-minded. Any style of combat, doesn't have to be MMA, doesn't have to be anything. To watch the animals fighting, and I start watching all that, like the gorillas and the way they're wrestling, and you know, the play fighting and the posture is correct, and it's I just try and take something from everything. Yeah, definitely.
stay on the path.
I don't do nothing any different. I still come to the gym. There's people trying to get me to do this and get me to do that. But I know that in order to be successful at this game, it needs to be 24/7. I need to be living in this gym. And that's since this new facility, SBG Concord, has opened up. The setup now is I come here at 1 or 2 o'clock in the day and I'm here till 10 o'clock at night. There's no outside distraction, there's no nothing. It's been crazy. The spotlight is on, the Irish public are watching, but it's what we planned, it's what we prepared. I knew I was going to be the person to bring martial arts to the public eye. And now it's happening. You know what I mean? There's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true.
Do all that,
And that's what's
you
happening.
know.
No, it's
So
up to
this
you.
is an option for me. So I stuck with it, and John encouraged it. John believed in me and made me believe in myself that we could go and do this. But before us, there was no other Irishman. There was no as far as the UFC were concerned, Ireland didn't exist. So it was still just a dream for us. You know what I mean? But definitely when I met John and when I started training in Straight Blast Gym, I started realizing I can make a career out of this. I can do something that hasn't been done before. I can show the Irish people true martial arts, something they have never seen before.
Feel almost
So that's what we're in the
effortless.
process
I
of.
don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life.
Other than that, it was just me
Becomes-
telling myself.
Yeah.
So if someone came up to me and told me that all the way back then, I'd say you're damn right. When you're chasing your dream and when you're working hard, chasing something you love and completely dedicated, it just happens. You can't really notice it. You know, even still to this day, I'm in an amazing position in my life, but I'm still working like I'm not. I'm still working like I'm not in this position.
Absolutely.
I'm still working like none of this is even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just something I love to do, and I just keep pushing and keep working hard. I can't pinpoint an exact moment for you, but
Yep.
if anything, I always felt like it was happening way back then, and now it is happening, but now I almost feel like it's not happening. You know what I mean? And I want to push to
That's one thing.
something else.
Absolutely.
One thing I learned over in Iceland. Whether I was training as hard as I would be back here, probably not, you know. But it's in your mind, you know. It's the mental side that I took a lot from. I decided, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. If I don't want to I don't show, I don't want to train, I won't train. I listen to myself rather than like kill myself in the gym every day. And I just take it, you know what I mean? Go with the flow. Do what I feel my body needs. If you ever get to a stage where you're looking at something and saying, nah, that doesn't work, that's, my way is better. That's the wrong way of thinking. You want to learn absolutely everything, you want to absorb everything, and you want to be perfect, you know, you're looking for perfection. And you're looking to be able to move every way. And, you know, that's what I'm looking for anyway, you know.